Grain, maximum grain. Welcome back to Bannerlord and PELISOR's trading adventures. And you can see here that Regea decided to besiege this town once again. And I decided to stick around after purchasing a lot of grain so that we can head in here and maybe do a little bit of something with the amount of money we might be able to gain from it. So you can see here, grain is actually being bought for 22. They basically have none. And I have bought grain for 11. So we're going to be selling a bunch of it. And I'm going to keep a little bit as well, because you never know when you might come across another one. Another town nearby that has just undergone a siege or something like that. Let me actually just take a look and see if there are any other places in the area that might have undergone sieges. Which is a bit... That's the thing, that's a bit... is that a siege? Is that a siege right there? I don't think so. I think that's just... couple of encampments and things like that. I'm a bit worried about my, my smithy now, because I have invested money in that, and it can be destroyed. The workshop can be destroyed by a potential invading army if they decide to take it. So I hope that that will not be the case. But yeah, we've sold a little bit, and I'm hopeful that we will be able to come across a couple more as we move forward into other territories here. You know that I've actually just figured out a little bit more about the user interface and how it displays profits and losses and so on and so forth. So basically I was looking at it completely wrong, as is mostly the case. Yeah, my apologies for that. But anyway, as you can no doubt tell, we have a readout here. So you can see red prices, green prices, so on and so forth. So you said in earlier comment sections, you said, buy green, sell red. So in other words, just look at this. This is the only screen that you need to look at. So in other words, oil, for example, that is red. So it is a good idea to sell oil to this place. That's it, right? Don't look at these colors over here. Don't look at those, because that's not going to really tell you anything. That you're just going to get confused. At least that's what happened to me. So as you can see, silver ore. It's red, so I'm going to sell a whole bunch of it, because I actually have 19 from a nearby village that I just purchased from. So you can see we're going to be getting 2,900 from that, and that's going to be very nice. Ooh, I could actually sell leather here as well for a decent amount as well. As you can no doubt tell, they have none. Wow, yeah, they have none. So this is going to be extremely... Wow, that's really profitable. Massively profitable right there. So yeah, that is really good. Okay, yeah. That went very, very well. Nothing else that I really want to do here. So we're just going to continue onward. I'm pretty close by to the... oh yeah, Empire has crossbowmen as well. Yeah, I forgot about that. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty close by to the Crusade. And I'm just going to have a look at the crossbows here. So yeah, as you can see, this crossbow requires 20 crossbow proficiency. Now, I have no idea how I am supposed to get crossbow proficiencies without being able to first equip a crossbow. I could do it in an arena fight, maybe? I could potentially do it in an arena fight, because being able to use crossbows would certainly be very, very fun. Can't do a practice match because I need to speak to this guy. What do you bet I'm going to get headshot from across the map again, like Barney did all the way back? Okay, so you pay us to fight? What's in it for you? Okay, well, yeah, I don't need any more questions. I would like to participate in a practice fight. Grab a weapon on your way down. Okay, so they've given me literally a thrown weapon. It almost happened again. Did you see that? Take that. In the shoulder. Boom, you're dead. That's what you get. Alright, so does anyone have a... this is an Empire town, so it's highly unlikely that they're going to have crossbows, aren't they? Highly unlikely, right? So it's probably a good idea that I do something about that, so... Maybe go to a Vlandia town and do a practice fight or something like that? I'm actually wondering whether I even get any increases by doing this. I don't know whether that is actually the case, because as you can see, my polearm skill is not increasing. Ow. Oh dear. Might be problematic. Yes. Still not very good at fighting without a shield. I'm pretty decent with a shield, but without a shield, no. Yeah, okay. So I guess that might be somehow maybe working a little bit to get us some crossbow proficiency, because as I've said before, it is a bit difficult to get a crossbow to use it if you don't have the skill initially. So that might be a bit troublesome. Yes. I'm going to go to Cyrenea first, actually, because I think that they're probably maybe going to have something good. That was the village that I that I bought the silver ore from, and I'm gonna continue looking around. You know, just gonna continue looking around these various villages and things, and see if I can maybe get something decent. So let's have a look here. So for example, I could buy decent grain. Grain has a pretty decent price. I'm getting much more used to seeing prices nowadays and then being able to sell them for a decent amount. So for example, this salt's pretty good. Yeah, the salt is okay. I'm gonna buy a little bit of salt just in case, because you never know, there might be a place where we can sell it for a much bigger amount than we bought it for. Wow, huge amounts of looters. Look at that, 128. Are you serious? Get out of here. Get out of here. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, we're now next to Kuzate territory, and I will hopefully... Ooh, iron ore as well. Oh, very good. Okay, I'm looking forward to going in here, because, yeah, you can buy this iron ore for an insane amount, and look at how much you can sell it for at Cyrenea right there. Very, very nice. And this is all 26. That's crazy good. Wow. That is actually really, really nice. Okay, so then I might as well just travel back, right? I mean, maybe there's going to be... You know what? Wait a minute. Is there any other place? Amprila is pretty close by. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go into the Trade Guild, because what I'd like to have a look at is the places that they might have some trending workshops and things. So let's have a look. Where's iron ore? Okay, so I could technically take a look at... no, I don't... See, that's the thing. I want to go somewhere that is really, really good. So technically I could do smithy. So is there anywhere close by to... Makeb. Makeb has a smithy right there. Oh yeah, by the way, I failed to look at this menu before buying my workshop, because if you see here, the plus icon indicates whether that particular workshop is making much more than the average amount of money. So for example, you can see here my smithy is not even on here. As you can see, my smithy is here, does not have a plus icon. But if you were to select a plus icon and then select everything, you can see absolutely every single place with a decent workshop. So for example, if I wanted to buy, let's have a look here. Where's Makeb? That's not even on here. So apparently Makeb does not have a decent production there. What about a double plus plus? Whoa, there are some things with double plus plus. That's actually kind of crazy. Okay, Balticand actually has a plus plus wool weavery, so we might want to go over there and purchase that at some point. Let me actually just go in here real quick and see whether there's anything here that I can sell for a decent amount. Probably not. Let's have a look. Salt? No, salt's not that good. Grain's not that good. Iron ore is not that good. So nothing really for me here. There might be some other stuff. Oh, flax is... I was going to say flax seems pretty good, but no, it is not. Butter. Hello. Going to buy all the butter. Thank you very much. And then we're going to go back to Cyrenea because it's just better. Alright, so here we go. We can now sell the butter for a decent amount, as you can see right there. The price is going to dramatically decrease, unfortunately. Same thing with the iron ore, but we're going to be getting a massive amount from it. And this is probably going to be the best place that we can currently sell all of this. And look at that, 6,400 for that. Almost have enough. I literally almost have enough for another thing. And I'm thinking we're probably going to get a caravan this time around, because I feel like being able to get a caravan that can provide us with trade rumors and things is going to be very, very important. So Onira is actually quite close by. I could buy fish here for 16 and then sell it for 31, but it is going to diminish the price dramatically over the course of me selling it to that place, so probably not going to be a good idea. Ah, this might be pretty good. But I'm not going to do that because I am actually quite far away from those places. Silver ore is pretty good. I don't really want to buy anything from a town if I can help it. That's the thing. I would much prefer to buy... You know what? I'm going to go back to this this village over here that usually has silver ore. And we'll see if we can maybe buy it here and then we'll sell it at Amprila or something because they generally seem to buy... Yep, there we go. It's the same price. That's kind of unfortunate. But they seem to buy silver ore for a pretty decent amount. So why not? Let's buy a little bit of it. 1,680. Myzea is on the way there as well. I actually missed that town along the way. Ooh! Oh, you're besieging stuff. Oh, I can't sell anything to a castle. And I still haven't kind of figured out how to sell to armies. I'm sure someone's going to mention it in the comments. And maybe I've just missed the comment. But I will be taking a look more at the comments as we go forward. Because I generally do tend to read most, if not all, of them. So, yeah, make sure that I get everything straight in my head. Okay, so... Wow, silver ore is actually pretty good to sell here, as you can see. I think this might actually be better to sell here than anywhere else. So I'm actually going to do that. 2,300, not bad. Not bad. Okay, what else can we do here? I'm thinking we'll buy some wool, actually, because we could sell it at Baltacan for maybe a decent price, but probably not, because they have so much wool that it probably won't make much sense for us to do that. What about the salt, actually? I think the salt is actually selling pretty good here. They don't have any salt. As you can see, they don't have any salt. So, yeah, I'm actually going to sell the salt here as well. Quick 500, not bad. Ooh, it is horse heaven right here. So you can see we can buy these for 63. And I think that's going to be pretty good. So we're just going to buy a bunch of those. We'll buy the mules as well. We'll buy basically everything that we can get our hands on just to try and make ourselves as fast as possible. Bear in mind that we are going to get some herd problems as we go forward here as well. So we do have to be a bit careful on how many horses we actually buy. So let's be a bit cautious on that. Otherwise, let's have a look. Okay. So, wow, they've got a lot of stuff that you can buy here for cheap, don't they? I'm hoping that maybe I can get something here and sell it at Makeb for a decent amount. So I'm thinking maybe what we want to do is go to the nearby villages that sell stuff like... Wow, there's actually, yeah, sell stuff like sheep, maybe? Wow, what's actually going on here? There's a massive army going on here. Oh, this is kind of crazy. I have a lot of grain as well, by the way. So it would be quite nice for me to maybe sell that to one of these guys. Something I'd like to discuss. Proposal, there we go. And yeah, you can see here that I literally could give him this. Which is... Can I not give him anything else? No, I can't give him anything else. Okay. Well, let's just give him the 1 dinar then, I guess. Just get a little bit of extra charm. But, yeah. Kind of sad about that. Alright, so, yeah, we can now buy... Oh, yeah, we're just going to buy some more grain. There we go. Let's just buy all the grain that we can. And, yes, as I said, I did buy some horses as well. I am probably going to need to do something about my horses because I think I have too many of them. So I think what I'll do is I will go over to the hardwood village. I think I'm going to buy some hardwood and then we'll probably go over there to the northwest or the northwest of our current position. And then we'll see if we can maybe sell something there. Going to buy a bunch of hardwood. I have 5,100 capacity now, which is pretty good. I don't think that's too bad. And... maybe they'll be looking to buy some horses from us or something because I'm thinking, well, no, there's actually a lot of villages nearby that actually sell horses. So probably not going to work out too well, but I'm going to buy some Sumter horses nevertheless because there are so many things that I would like to carry. And it just makes sense. It just makes so much sense. So let's have a look here. Yeah, this is all pretty bad for us. Beer, yeah, that's bad. Grain is bad. All that stuff is pretty bad. So, what else can I do? No, I don't think that... well, sheep is actually doing okay. As you can see, sheep is pretty cheap here, but I don't really want to run around with such a heavy item, if at all possible. Ah, now I have found something rather fantastic, and that is a village that deals in silver ore. And there is a town nearby that buys silver ore for a very, very good price. As you can see, Akalat, Myzea, and as well as Amprila and the other one. But obviously those are fading at the moment, so those trade rumors are pretty old. So I'm thinking we're probably going to go to Akalat, which is very, very close by, and we should be able to make a very nice profit. So we'll see how that goes. Going to sell a couple of these guys here just to kind of loosen our herd problems a little bit. As you can see, we're moving at 0.11 slower because we have so many horses in our army. I'm actually going to go and fight these guys as well. So we're just going to fight them. I would like to get a shield, if at all possible. I think that would be quite good. You know, getting a shield might be quite nice. I'm just going to tell my people to hold fire for the most part because I generally tend to like to do this thing where we don't waste our thrown weapons until the enemy is pretty close by, and then we can let loose. And that's what we're going to do now. Oh, that was a bit fast, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I was hopeful that we could maybe distract them a little bit more than we actually did, but oh well. I think I just didn't get in there fast enough. That was the main issue. Ah, the mule is covered in our enemy's blood. That is exactly what we like to see. Come on, PELISOR. Come on now. Ah, where the sun doesn't shine, apparently. Oh, and then the headshot. Nice. Good work. Good work, sir. All right, there we go. Nice 5 for now. I actually do want to take a look at my party screen, or not my party screen, but my clan screen. I think that's probably going to be kind of useful for us. And we're going to take a look at that in just a second, but I do want to rush back to Akalat as fast as I can because I want to make sure that we don't miss out on the decent prices. And here we go. Yeah, silver ore is not as good as it. Yeah, I think it's actually not bad. I guess I will. Whoa, okay, yeah, that went down dramatically just from my first sale. So I'm going to go over to the next city here, and I might get a better price. But yeah, seems like Khuzait territory is not really working out as I had hoped. But I am wanting to buy some more horses in the area and then take them over to Vlandian territory and see what we can get for them there. But for now, I would like to be able to buy something. As you can see, hardwood seems to be pretty decent here for me to sell. It's not too bad. It's kind of bad, isn't it? Yeah, it is kind of bad. Iron ore is pretty good, as you can see. You can actually buy that and sell it at Myzea or Cyrenea for a decent amount. So I guess I will buy a little bit of iron ore. Do they have some iron ore villages in the area as well? I think generally most places share prices for the most part. So if you are looking for something, then it's probably going to be around the same price in both the town and the village. At least that's what I've seen so far. So there's that. Otherwise, I thought we actually leveled up, but apparently we didn't. I think we spent those points. Okay, so there's Cyrenea right there. We can probably get over there pretty easily. Okay, so I've returned to Cyrenea here, and as you can see, we are selling hardwood for a very decent price. I actually sold my silver ore and iron ore here too, and you can already see that we're gaining a pretty significant amount, which is exactly what we want. Look at that, 5,000. That is great. That is actually better than great, because that means that we will now be able to afford another workshop if we want to go for another workshop. So let's actually have a look here and see what's happening. Oh, look at this. My smithy is actually trending at the moment. Oh, that's pretty good. Look at that, 2,200. I don't think that's actually the case, to be honest, because as you can see right here, we're getting 439 per day, and we're not getting 2,000. But I assume the profits in general are, shall we say, it's gross profit rather than pure profit, because gross profit obviously it just indicates how much the business is actually making, and then of course you're not factoring in all the other things like being able to source materials and labor and all that stuff. So that is just our gross profit. That is not, or should we say net profit? Oh, I always get mixed up between the two things, but whatever the case, it is obviously just less than what they're actually showing trending there, but we are making a lot of extra money from it, which is actually very nice. I like it. So otherwise, let's have a look here. Let's have a look at the double plus. So Balticand is still up there, as you can see. So it would probably be a good idea for me to go over to Balticand and get a wool weavery. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I am going to keep looking around for things as well, like olives. I wouldn't mind some olives right now, actually. But yeah, anyway, olives, how much do they... Ooh, yeah, they don't sell for a very good amount, as you can see right there. It's not exactly great. And we can sell the loot that we gained from those looters and things. And then we have cotton over there. Yeah, I don't think there's really going to be anything... Ooh, iron ore, actually. Yes, we know that iron ore sells pretty well at Cyrenea. This seems like a pretty decent trade route, actually, because you could just basically go around like this in a sort of clockwise formation. And, yeah, it actually seems pretty good because you can buy iron ore here, and then you can sell it at Cyrenea for 63. And that's, I gotta say, pretty good. That is pretty good. I'm actually just going to go back there right away. And we're just going to sell all our iron ore that we bought. I bought it for 1,500, bear that in mind. And we are making a clear profit of almost 3,000. Well, technically the profit is 1,500, but still, that is really, really good. And you can see here that most of these are now no longer pure green, and instead they are kind of pale green. So it is probably a good idea that I move on from Cyrenea now and just sell things there if there is actually anything that... could be good to buy. Well, yeah, could be good to buy, like iron ore, things like that. But iron ore now that I've sold a whole bunch of that to them, it's probably not going to be any good anymore. So now that we have over 17,000 in cash, it would probably make the most sense for me to buy a wool weavery. I know. I have wanted to get a caravan. I badly want to get a caravan, but I feel like maybe getting 2 workshops up and running initially is probably going to be more beneficial in the long run. And what do I actually need to do again? Wool weavery, right? Yeah, wool weavery. Okay, say that 10 times fast. Wool weavery. Ugh. Yeah, don't even look at me for that. Tongue twisters. They are not my strong suit by any means. Ah, yes, I would love to buy this workshop. It's going to take 13,000 only? Okay. Are you going to buy it? Sure. Is this the wool one? Yeah, this is the wool one. There we go. Don't want to... There we go. Workshops and garments always in demand. Okay, yes, that's absolutely fine. There you go. So we paid 13,000 for a wool weavery, and hopefully that's going to provide us with a pretty significant profit over time. Now, bear in mind that I can actually buy horses here for a very cheap price because, well, you guessed it, there's a huge amount of horses in this area. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a bunch of these. I'm going to buy quite a lot. And we're going to spend 2,000 on these. And these are steppe horses, bear that in mind. Now, I am going to be traveling much slower as a result of this. But I am now going to travel all the way across the map. And we're going to see... Wow. Yeah, okay. The Vlandians are actually destroying Sturgia right now, as you can no doubt tell. And that is actually kind of interesting. I do have a lot of food, so it might make sense for me to head on over into Sturgian territory. This is actually kind of a... I personally feel like this is extremely interesting, the way that we can... Well, shall we say, spectate from the outside of everyone's conflict, and then we can just basically be like, oh, would you like some food? Would you like some horses? Would you like some X thing, whatever it may be? I think that is actually really, really cool, because we're able to take advantage of most situations. Maybe that is a little bit too opportunistic for some people, but I think it is actually fascinating to see what the AI decides to do and then modify your own playstyle to fit around them. I think that's really cool. Anyway, I'm gonna level up her bow skill more because she actually does need to level that up. I think she's gonna be a pretty good bowman. And she's actually, you know what? She's a really good scout. So I think I'm actually just going to get her more scouting skill. And we'll get her more cunning as well, because she's actually really good at roguery too. And bear in mind that I'm not going to be a raider of any kind. I don't think raiding is really going to be that beneficial for us. But, you know, who knows? Maybe sometime in the future we might decide to do it. Okay, so one of the towns that we just came from actually buys fur for a pretty decent amount. So I think I might just invest a little bit into some fur. Because it's quite cheap here, 83. I guess that's kind of cheap. Maybe it's not. I'm not entirely sure. But, oh yeah, Sturgia is once again getting absolutely murdered. I wonder whether there's a mod that will fix Sturgia's units. Because, I don't know whether you know this, but Sturgia's units are not exactly great. I think there is, actually. I think I saw that when I was looking for Azurai units. Fixes and things. So, yeah, that's definitely something to bear in mind, because obviously with Barney, I affiliated myself with Sturgia, and I thought to myself, this looks really cool. You know, they're kind of, you know, the snowy Nordic, you know, Vegia kind of combination units, and I thought, oh, that seems pretty fun, you know? Seems pretty fun, but unfortunately their units are not great. Let's just say that. There's some hardwood here. Might want to buy a little bit of it. It's 17 per one. So might not really work out too well for us. I do need to go into these towns to see what kind of trades they have going on. But Sturgia is once again just being dismantled from the inside out. And I'm buying a whole bunch of this iron ore because I know that 35 is a pretty decent price for it, or at least I think it's a pretty decent price. I know a bunch of people have done huge amounts of calculating in regards to trades and making the best decisions in these situations, and that's very, very nice. But generally, I'm not entirely sure myself on what to do in these cases. Ah, this is very nice. Okay, so I can actually sell fur here for a massive amount. Yeah, I can actually, I can sell them for basically more than anywhere else. So I'm going to sell them right now. That's 2,200. Pretty good. And I can sell the hardwood here for a decent amount too. Look at that, 43. And I literally just, what? I guess because it was just under siege or something like that, maybe? Yeah, sell all of it. There we go. The grain is pretty good here too. It's 28 per one. They literally only have 29 grain, so I guess I will sell a little bit of grain at the same time because I have so much of it, of course. And there we go. Okay, 5,000, another 5,000 right there. My trade skill is just being like, oh, please wait, I'm leveling up too quickly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so otherwise I will go on to Balgard now. Bear in mind I still have my horses and I'll still be able to potentially do something with them. Got to be a bit careful of these looters. I could work out something, and that would give me some charm skill. Do I want to fight 100 looters with 17 dudes? No, probably not. So let me see here. Wow, 284. You are so silly, Mr. Bandit, because I would literally have paid probably 1,000, maybe 2,000 to be able to escape from that, because didn't really fancy my chances there against 100 looters, because even 100 looters are probably going to be able to do quite some significant damage. So you never know. Maybe it would be a good idea. Ooh, flax. Wow, for 6 only? In my opinion, that seems super good, but maybe I'm being, being silly about that. But I'm going to buy it, nevertheless, and we'll just see what happens. Let's go into Balgard now. I know this technically isn't Vlandian territory, but as you can see, most of their horses are actually quite good to sell. Well, yeah, quite good to sell here. So let's have a look. Yeah, pretty fantastic. We bought about 20 horses, and we bought them for 1,900, didn't we, or something like that? And I guess I'm just going to continue selling them. And I guess we could sell these guys as well. I don't want to sell any of the mules or anything like that. Selling the desert horse is not a good idea. I'll sell another one of these. How's my herd? Yeah, my herd thing is still massive. So I guess I'll just do that. 3,700. I think that seems pretty good. And then we'll have a look. Ooh, I could buy fish. No, fish is not that good at the moment. Beer is actually not bad. You can sell that at Vanavapol for 69, which is not bad. I think that's all right. But I would be looking for a bit more. Aha, wine. Hello there. Oh, there's actually a huge amount of flax here too. I'm going to buy a massive amount of flax. We're just going to invest in the flax market. Oh yes, it's going to really pay off. Trust me. Trust me, it's going to be so, so good. No, it's not. It's not going to work out very well at all, I don't think. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So let's go over here and sell the wine very, very quickly. And could I have sold grain there for a decent amount? I'm actually not sure. I do need to go to those cities that have recently been besieged. I could probably do quite well there. But let's have a look. I could actually sell... Wow, I can literally sell horses here massively. I don't really want to sell these because they are so, so good. But they are getting us a massive amount. Can sell the wine here. And we'll sell the flax as well until the price starts to go down. And I think that's enough. I can sell grain here as well for a decent amount. They have literally not that much grain, so I guess I will sell some more grain. And I could sell some more horses. Should I? I could sell some of the old workhorses, I suppose. Actually, you know what? The old workhorses are really, really good for me because they increase my inventory capacity by such an insane amount. It really is so, so good. I have 3 more points, and then my trade skill will be 125, which is kind of fantastic. So I'm thinking... All my guys leveled up, actually. But I'm thinking that we're probably going to buy a caravan next. And I have enough money to potentially be able to get a companion now as well that might actually be good with tactics. Because I'm thinking tactics is probably going to be really good to prevent the caravan from potentially being murdered super badly. Oh, wow. Okay, apparently there's nothing going on here. Now both of these villages are fur producers. And I think that this is probably going to be really, really good for us. So I'm going to buy a bunch. And, I mean, you got to spend money to make money, you know, the old adage and the various other, you know, phrases that you can use in terms of business and making money is very, very much prevalent here, or, you know, quite relevant, I suppose you could say. Anyway, I don't know whether I really want to buy these for 100, because I guess I'll buy two lots, and we'll see how they sell. They're not going to sell for much here, but Vlandia is at war, as far as I'm aware, against Sturgia, or at least they were. That's the thing. They definitely were. It just depends whether they are still. Yeah, fur is not doing very well here, but that's absolutely fine, because we can take fur elsewhere. That's not a big concern of mine. I could sell iron ore here, because they have very little. So I could sell it for much more at Sibir. I'm going to sell flax here, actually, because the flax is actually selling for a great amount. Bear in mind that we're dealing in very small amounts of money at the moment in terms of flax. And I think I'm going to sell the iron ore a little bit until it levels out in terms of our costs. And then we'll just move on. What else do we have going on here? What's this? Fish, grain. Nothing I'm too interested in at the moment. But... We're doing nicely. We're doing nicely. I mean, I've got 11,700 once again, and bear in mind that we literally just purchased our second business, which is actually kind of amazing. Oh yeah, here we go. So now we can sell the fur for a decent amount to this village. The village is not even willing to pay us that much, as you can see. Wait a minute. No, they are willing to pay us that much. Okay, that's good. And I think I'm going to go to Epicrotia right here because it is actually under siege. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you have anywhere that I can go? Yes, grain. Hello there, Mr. Grain Producer. I would like to order 10 million units of grain for the nearby for nothing. I would like to... I am a baker. That is what I am doing. Yes. Wish I could... maybe I should just buy all. I should have just clicked buy all. That probably would have made more sense than me just clicking randomly for 10 minutes. Yes. Okay, let me actually just go and fight. No. Resist the urge to fight, PELISOR. Come on now. Resist the urge to fight. It's not a good idea right now. It's a better idea to get a huge amount of grain and make massive bank. Oh, yes. Here we go. Oh, my capacity is now exceeded. Of course it is. You imbecile. Okay, I guess I'll sell some of these furs. Okay, I'll sell some of the grain as well. There we go. Such a shame. All right, well, let's go over to Epicrotia, and we're going to see... Oh, there we go. Okay, they've actually just chased them off. How long were they besieged for? That's the main question. Not long enough, as you can quite clearly see. Their grain is just insanely good. So I guess I will just sell my furs for a nice profit of 2,400, and that's it. But I did get two skill points, and now I have my extra trait, which is actually quite nice. So every profitable shop you own gives you 1 renown per day. I guess I will just do that, because I currently have 2 shops, and that's going to give me 2 renown per day, which is actually kind of crazy. So I guess I'm going to do that, because I'm always going to have workshops, but caravans are going to be a little bit more unstable. So it's probably not something that we're going to be... I mean, I'd like to invest a bunch in it, because it is, as I said, going to give us a wonderful amount of trade rumors and things. Oh, my carry capacity, I forget every time. Okay, wait a minute. Let's just buy that. And then I need to buy some more horses. Does anyone have any... Oh, silver ore? No, I'm right next to a place with silver ore. Oh, dear. Okay, does anyone else have... Oh, no. A huge amount of grain. See, now, this is the reason why I shouldn't have bought grain at those villages, because this town just has so much grain production nearby. It's just insanity. There we go. Okay, so there is a... that's frustrating. That is so frustrating that I have to go all the way over here. Should have bought more of those mules and things, shouldn't I? Yes, more mules, more sumpter horses, more everything in that regard, because being able to have a massive amount of inventory space is so incredibly worth it. It really is. So let me see if I can maybe buy something from here. I doubt they're going to have a huge amount. 2. Now they got a bunch of mules. Saddle horses are going to be good. I'm going to buy a bunch. And then I can actually sell my iron ore here for a pretty decent amount. As you can see. That's pretty good, actually. Not bad. We've increased our capacity by a pretty significant amount as well. I'm going to buy some more horses just because I can. And because, well, we're still receiving a little bit of extra cash there as well. Okay, so I now want to go to the silver ore that I saw earlier. Where was that now? I think it's this one. No, it's this one over here, isn't it? Yes, that's the silver ore village. Okay, so I will be going over to the silver ore village in just a second. This town is actually under siege. Aha. Ooh, now this is good. This is very nice indeed. All right. So, did I actually spec into that thing that gives me 2 renown? Yeah, I did. Every profitable shop you own gives you 1 renown per day. That's active. Right. So, it should now be giving me renown. Let me actually just take a look. Oh, wow, they actually took this? I can't believe it. Okay, so I have 109 renown, which is not that much. But let's have a look and see whether they need any grain. Do you need some grain? No, you don't need any grain, but you need iron ore, so I guess I'll just sell some iron ore to you for 1,500. And I could sell... Ooh, I can sell silver ore to Epicrotia for a massive amount. Gonna buy some silver ore here. And we're also gonna go to that other village. Where was it again? This one. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to return to Mr. Grain Town, because well, technically it is a huge amount of... They have a huge amount of grain. It is just absolutely hilarious how much they have. Okay, so I have 109 renown, if you recall. So I'm going to check out my my screen in just a second. And we're going to sell all of this at Epicrotia. And I would also like to get some iron ore, if at all possible. There's a bunch of iron ore producers back here. Yeah. But we'll just stop by Epicrotia on the way. So let's have a look. Yep, I am actually gaining renown. I don't receive a message that I'm gaining the renown, so that was the main reason why I was a little bit skeptical about the whole thing, but we are gaining renown, which is fantastic, because that means now that I can literally just let the game run, theoretically, and I would be able to level up my clan. Obviously, it's going to take a very, very, very long time to be able to gain anything from it in a significant way, but it's going to be pretty good. So we're just going to sell here. Yeah, it's not good to sell them now, but I'm going to do it anyway, just to get rid of the stuff. And then we're going to go into the iron ore village and see if I can maybe go somewhere else with it. Maybe we can go into the Botanian territories or something like that. Oh, hello. Am I being attacked by someone? No, I'm not. Okay. I actually thought I was being attacked for a second there. Okay. We can actually sell this at Saniopa for 98. That's pretty good. Okay, so I just spent 2,300. Where is Saniopa? That is all the way over there again. I did not really want to go all the way over there, but I guess we will. Alright, so here we go. We're actually in Saniopa right now, and you can see here that we can sell iron ore for 53? Personally, I don't think that's very good. So I'm thinking I'm probably just going to keep... I'm just going to keep that, to be honest. I'm going to sell a little bit of grain, because we have a lot of it, and I think it's good enough to sell it here a little bit, just a little bit, because it obviously was just under siege, and it's not really going to give us a huge amount, but I guess it's going to be all right. So let's go back into Botanian territory, or what can be considered Botanian territory. Oh, what's going on here? Are they actually going to try and take this back? No. Right, okay. Well, that's me disappointed, isn't it? That is very disappointing indeed, because I'm looking out for those, you know, for those conflicts. Anytime there's a conflict, I'm like, oh, do you need some grain? I'm happy. I'm able to sell that grain to you. Yeah, but anyway, let's have a look. Okay, yeah, so we can sell grain. It's pretty terrible. Iron ore, not very good here either. I could buy some oil and sell it at Saniopa for a decent amount, I guess. All right, so here we go. We can actually sell the oil for a pretty significant amount. There you go, 1,500. And wow, they've actually used a huge amount of grain. Look at that. I can actually sell my grain for even more this time around. Okay, let me actually just do that. Seems like they're consuming the grain pretty fast. So maybe I should just wait here for a little bit of time until they consume it, and then we can continue making money. As you can see, I've got 17,000 again. 17,900, which is pretty crazy. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a caravan. I think I'm going to get a caravan. So let's have a look. Trending businesses. I mean, this is not really going to tell me about caravans, is it? It's probably not going to tell me about caravans. So I'm just going to leave here, and this is just about workshops. So caravans will not be talked about in this mod at all, which is absolutely fine. I don't have a problem with that. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is, because this is actually, you know, it might be a bit problematic to start a caravan here. Is it going to be problematic, though? That's the point. I don't actually know. Yeah, why not? Let's start a caravan here, and we'll see how it goes. Because I'd like to see how much money we're actually going to make from it, and what kind of trade rumors and things, and what kind of benefits we're going to get from having a caravan. So I'm just going to do this. Ewan is going to lead it. An Aserai clerk nods to you and slips a coin purse into your hands. Ah, there is the trait. That's the trait. So basically, we receive 4,500 gold back from... So it's kind of like cash back in a way. And that's pretty cool, actually. That is pretty cool. So that means that I didn't spend, you know, the full 15,000. I spent, what is it, 10,500 or something like that, which is actually amazing. That is very cool. And there's Ewan. There she goes. She's actually going off and doing her own thing. I'm going to be very interested to see how much she's going to end up making. At the moment, she's actually making 447, even though she's literally just gone out for the first 2 seconds. So it's unlikely that she's going to make that all the time, but it will be quite interesting to see how it goes. These are way too expensive. All right, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.